Hi everyone, and welcome back. Wednesday's lesson brings us to a very important question. Why did God come down to Babel? Now imagine this. God is sitting on his throne, and he's aware of what's taking place down in Shinar. They're building a tower with the goal of reaching heaven, and God says, "Oh, we've got to go down and take a look at this." Okay, I have to ask, why come down at all? I mean, please think about it. Here you have the supreme God of the universe. He's all-powerful, he's all-knowing, and he's everywhere. I mean, it's not like he can't see what's going on from up there in heaven. So why come down? I can think of several reasons. First, I think it's God's way of saying the joke's on you. They think they can build a tower that can reach up to heaven, and yet they are so small and puny that even with our highest towers, God still has to come down to us. Now, if God wanted to, he could always stay beyond our reach, which brings me to my second thought. He came down because of grace. God always comes down to meet us where we are. Now, the author of the lesson is quick to point out that when it came to our salvation, God didn't ask us to do the impossible by demanding that we go up to him, but instead, he chose to come down to us. He came down at our creation. He came down to die for us, and at the end of time, he's coming back down to take us up to heaven. Lastly, the reason God comes down is because of judgment. And you will notice that God is personally involved in both our salvation and our judgment. It's not as if God is up there and he judges us from afar as if to say we no longer matter. Instead, he draws near. When Adam and Eve sinned, he came down to judge. When Cain killed Abel, he came down to judge. When the world needed to be cleansed by a flood, he came down to judge. When Lot was living in Sodom, he came down to judge. Whether it be our redemption or our judgment, God is personally involved in what happens to his creation. Now notice, quite often this judgment first brings with it a way out, a way of escape. In every story, nobody had to die as God offers a way out, whether it be a sacrifice, a repentant heart, an ark, 10 righteous souls. God always comes down to judge, but first to offer grace. And notice in this story, God comes down to stop the rebellion before they really do something they can't be redeemed from. Another judgment that attempts to save the people from themselves. And I'll talk more about that in tomorrow's lesson. Thank you for joining us. Please feel free to leave a comment. We always appreciate your feedback. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.